Hello friends, welcome. It's Rachel here, and today I am sharing a video that is making I don't really have a particular name for it. Obviously you saw the title, but it's a spring Easterish basket slash bag. I don't know. It's more, the bag itself looks more like a purse kind of thing, but I was inspired by the Easter basket. But I wanted to make it more spring themed and not Easter themed. Sorry, I was struggling opening opening that paper there. But yeah, I wanted to make it spring themed. So I am using the Pink Fresh Studio. Oh boy, is it Happy Blooms collection? I am now drawing a blank, but this is the collection I wanted to use to make this little basket. And I have these items that I want to include in the basket. So I'll kind of talk you through what they all are. But I made these little handmade embellishment rainbows that I thought are very springy and would be cute in the basket. And then I just went to the dollar store and bought a few things to add to the basket. I was going to add candies, but the candy I bought was too big. And so I actually just added a few little things, including these handmade embellishments. I added a little like dollar store windmill just to make it cute and springy and fun. So I'll show you those as we go. But I am assembling this, and I'm using paper from this collection to add in there because it'll match the little basket bag thing really well. And that's kind of my key to making all of the things in the basket go together, is using oh yeah, I added some sequins in here to jazz it up a little bit, but the key is to use the same products on the things in the basket as you are on the basket itself. So at the dollar store, I found these little pom-poms, and I decided to put a few of those in the basket just to decorate it a little bit. There's the candy that I wanted, but it was just too big and heavy for the basket, so I'll just include it as a little side gift. And then I have these little disco ball eggs that I liked. I didn't want to, like I said earlier, I didn't want to go to Eastery, so these were the only Easter themed things that I put in, but I thought they were just too cute not to include, so I'm gonna put those in there as well. And then these are the little windmill things. I'm really glad I got these because I think it adds just like some height to the basket. But now I'm going to cover up that little branding part of the thread that I'm gifting, and I'm gonna cover that up and use some of the paper to, like I said earlier, just make it go better with the basket itself and to make it all cohesive. And it might seem weird that I'm gifting someone thread, but you know, this is going to a crafter, so it's someone who will hopefully be able to make use of this thread. And I love the colors. I think the colors are so pretty and perfect for Easter. I really wish I bought some for myself. I was actually just going to gift a few of these and then like split up the bag, but I like how it looked to have like some packaging that matched with it all. Anyway, but you could definitely like unpackage this and then add, if you're making multiple baskets, add thread to like different baskets, which I think would be really cool for a crafter, to have just like fun different color threads. So I am embellishing the little bag topper there with a few of the embellishments, and gonna add just some of these jemmies from my stash. I don't know if you, oh wait, no, I haven't done that part yet. I thought for a second that I made the bag first, but anyway, I've had to do this voiceover in chunks, so I'm like losing track of where I left off. But anyway, now I'm going to make the little bag. And I don't have the directions on how to make this, so this is not a tutorial or anything. This is just my process of how I made it. But I will link down below the link to where I got the tutorial for this bag. It is a fantastic tutorial that I highly recommend checking out, and she has tons of great tutorials that I've used, really easy to follow along. So I was literally just following along with the tutorial as I was filming this video. So really easy to make, especially if you don't have a die cutting machine but you want to make these 3D projects. These are great, and you just need like something to trim your pieces and then a scoreboard. So a scoreboard might be the only like unique tool you'll need. But if you want to make 3D projects, it's definitely worth it to buy it. You don't have to get a big one like mine. You can get a smaller one, and it should do you okay. And I think there's one that has like the trimmer and the scoreboard on the same thing. I don't know. You should look into it if you want to make these. If you don't have a scoreboard already, they're super helpful to make fun projects like these. And they don't just have to go to like paper crafting pen pals. They can go to anybody for a gift. You can make like gift card holders, or you can make like a little basket of candy or a box with candy or whatever. So yes, you can see I'm starting to assemble it and trim all the places that I'm supposed to trim. You can see that I'm clearly watching the video as I'm doing this because I'm unsure of where to cut, but I tried to cut out some parts of this video so that it's not too boring or whatever. So hopefully you can still kind of understand or you can at least see how each piece is coming together. And I am using the adhesive from the shop. So I will have all of the links down below. I love the adhesive, and I was also using the foam squares in the bag topper I was doing. You might have been able to see those foam squares that I use that are from the shop as well. And they have different sizes of adhesive. It's a very strong adhesive, so it's really, really good quality. And yeah, so now I'm starting to fold everything and put it together, and hopefully you'll be able to start imagining what this little bag will look like. But that's kind of like the bottom and the sides, and now I'm starting to fold it to make it look, go into its shape. There we go. So now I still have to do the sides, which will be my next step. But I have to, it's nice because first you cut all the paper, then you score all the paper, and then you do all the little details and glue it all together. And if you want, you can do some sewing as well, which I did do off camera. So you'll hopefully see that at the end. I used my corner rounder punch. You don't have to have that, but I did like how that looked. You can kind of see those are the sides of the bag, and now I am assembling it, and I'm going to embellish the front of the bag as well. So I did a little bit of sewing on the front and the back, or the sides, or I guess it's technically the front and the back. It's not the sides. But anyway, I did some light blue sewing, and then I also did that on the handles as well, which I really like how it stands out on the bright pink handles. Well, not bright pink, but the pink handles, which you'll see in a minute. But yeah, you can definitely see how it's coming together now. And you can kind of choose how wide you want the bag to be. I wish I would have made it wider because this bag was actually a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. So that's why I had all this candy and everything that didn't really fit in it. So I kind of wish I would have made it a little bit bigger, because you can choose like where you want those side pieces, if you want them further out or closer in. But it's okay. I don't think the candy would have fit in anyway if I would have made it bigger. But yeah, you can see this adhesive is really strong, and it'll hold these 3D projects together, which is really, really great. And there are the handles. I think those look really, really cute. And I'm going to attach those, just trying to figure out which way to put them on. And I actually just use a stapler to put those on. I just found it easier to hold it at the same time, and I don't know, it was just easier. But I use little gems to cover up the staples to look like, I don't know, little like brads or something that like hold it together. Little, I don't know what you would call it on a real purse. I don't really have a lot of purses, so I don't really know what you'd actually call it, but you can see that that gem is the perfect size, and I'm just going to use some wet glue to put that down, because sometimes the gems aren't the stickiest, so I just wanted to use wet glue, especially because it was on top of the staple itself. I just wanted it to be secure, and now I'm going to embellish the front of it. You can see that I did put some shred in there. It's like an orangey, peachy shred. but I do take that out because I didn't really feel like there was enough orange in this collection to have that work. There are the foam squares from the shop that I am using that work fantastically. And yeah, so I'm going to switch out that shred for bright pink shred from my stash. I just thought that looked a lot better with this collection, and you can see the windmill thingy matches perfectly with it. And now I'm adding everything inside, my handmade embellishments, the thread, the windmill, and I'm actually going to add a few more gems to the front of the bag just to finish it off. And I'm tucking in all those little bits and pieces that I think the recipient will love. And I just love how it's like overflowing and fun, and it's like a Mary Poppins bag where it's just never ending of little goodies. So yeah, I'm adding a few more things, a few more pieces. Oh, that little bee is so cute. But I'm adding those to the bag, and you can see it's like a spring goodie bag, but inspired by an Easter basket. That's kind of the combination I was going for, and I am very happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you think. I'm just going to use some of these tiny word stickers from my stash. They're just Tim Holtz. You can find in the shop, I'm sure, lots of Tim Holtz products, but I'm going to add those on as my final touch. And the bag is complete. I love how it looks. Let me know down below what you think. I hope you all have a lovely Easter for those who celebrate. And I hope the spring weather in your part of the world, or fall weather if you're on the other part of the world, is lovely and treating you well. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.